As we begin, we're going to turn our hands, place the index finger into the thumb, allowing the 3 other fingers just to open. The eyes are closed. This is Gaya Mudra, the gesture of consciousness. The attention is towards the breath. This is the position that enhances creativity and prana, the breath. So bringing the attention towards the inhale and the exhale, the flow of air through the nostrils, in and out, as it circulates through the body. And now we take our arms up into a dynamic arm stretch, holding and drawing the body down over the legs. Palms down. And taking them over to the left side, reaching out. And then returning back to the center, nice and slowly, reaching out from the hips. That's it. Taking it now to the right, walking the hands, reaching out. Good. Opening up that left side now. And returning back to center. Coming back up. Into a one-legged bend on the left side, taking that right leg back, lifting out of the hips. The left hand goes behind the hip, lifting up, taking the right arm over the head, maintaining the lift in those hips, back of the foot on the floor, the right side and the left side. Opening up that right side intercostal muscles, creating space. Holding strong on the hand left and coming back down. Changing the legs, bring the right one in and the left one back. I'm going to take the right hand behind the hip on the right side. And the left hand up overhead, keeping the arm nice and extended. Hips are lifted, nice and high. Holding that, maintaining it. Reaching out, creating space in the intercostals now on the left side. It's the space between the rib cage. The muscles all stretching and opening. Keeping that height. That's good. And coming back to sitting, turning the body around. Coming now into downward dog, taking the arms shoulder width apart. Make sure the fingers are out, equal spaces. Forefingers going directly forward. The feet are hip width apart. Each toe connected to the ground, lifting up out of the hips. Shoulder blades are back and down. Softness in the gaze. Holding. Aware of the breath. Now into dynamic downward dog on the right side, taking that right leg up as high as you can, and then bending it and drawing it in towards the face, rotating the hip out to the right, straightening up as high as you can, drawing the knee in again, taking it out to the right, dynamic on that left leg, you're on the ball of the toe, arms are straight and dynamic, supporting upper body, rotating that hip. Nice and straight, and drawing it back in and down. High lunge on the right side, keeping that ball straight down on the back left leg, coming up with the hands on the hips, sinking into the bent leg at the front, maintaining the weight equally on both legs. Spine is up and stretched erect, the chin slightly in. Soft gaze, holding it there, and lowering the body, taking the hands back down and the leg back to downward dog, into dynamic downward dog on the left side, up onto the ball, taking that left leg up as high as you can, drawing it in, down to the face, rotating it left and out, straightening it up high, nice and dynamic on the right leg, strong in the arms, and again, rotating it out, up, high as you can, drawing it in, last time, rotating it out, stretching it up, and bringing it in and down. Bringing your hands up onto your hips, keeping your hips square to the front. Toe is up and flexed at the back on the ball of the foot. Leg is long and on the right side, elongated. Sinking down between the legs. Equal weights, spine is tall and erect. Holding and lowering down. Placing the hands beside the foot, taking them back down to downward dog, checking the alignment, and bringing the legs, walking them up into a forward bend, lifting out of the hips, looking up, drawing them down, elongated in the body, taking the backs of the legs and ankles, sinking forward towards the legs, holding it here, just aware of the breath, relaxed in the face, softness behind the eyes, and then releasing the hands, bending the knees on the breath in all the way up, coming into Tandasana, the mountain pose, hands together at the heart, fingers apart, feeling strong, connected to the earth, immovable like a mountain. Spine is erect, the chin is slightly in. Just a soft focus. Bringing that left leg up now. Maintaining a balance on that right. Flexing the foot on the left as we draw it out to the right. Keeping your eyes on one particular point, maintaining the balance. That's it. Holding the leg out to the side, bent, the flexed foot. Strong in that leg. Rotating that leg back to the front and taking it out, elongated to the back as the body tilts down, keeping the hands in that prayer position. Keeping a fixed gaze point with the eyes to maintain the balance, feeling strong in that leg on the right side connected to the mat. The feet are separated on that back leg. It's nice and straight. Holding it here, the hips are down. And lowering that back leg down. The foot's in alignment with the back of the mat. Sinking down into the warrior two. Even weight on both legs. Arms are out, equal heights. Make sure that back one's as high as the front. Sinking down into that and taking it over to the side, stretching, and over to the other side, keeping those little toes down on the back leg, and over the other side. Good. And again, drawing that arm high and back, opening up. Good. Stretching. Taking the hands down to the mat, right foot back into downward dog. Looking up as you walk the feet in. Looking up, stretching out of the hips, lowering down, hugging the legs as you bring the head towards them. Forward bend. Good. Feeling relaxed behind the eyes. And coming up, we're going to take the legs and the feet slightly out, bending the knees, taking the right, then the left hand behind with the thumb in and the fingers out behind the heel. We're just going to gently bend and stretch. So bending down, looking up, and stretch. And bend and stretch. Just opening those hips. Releasing those hands out from behind the legs. And taking them on the mat. Bring the legs back together. Bending the knees on the breath in all the way up into mountain pose, Tandasana, hands resting in prayer. Holding it there. Nice and strong. Good. And now bringing the right knee up, bent in front of the body, and taking it out to the side, nice and slowly, holding it there, maintaining the balance with your eyes fixed in one position, strong in that left leg and lifted in the body, holding it. That's it, good. Now rotating it back to the front. Now taking it out to the back, lowering down, forward, into Warrior 3 on the right. Excellent. Nice and strong in that standing leg. The back legs extended straight. The hips down. Gazing at one position. The hands are at the heart, fingers are open. And as we come down, taking that leg out and back in alignment with the line of the back of the mat. Hands come out, sinking down, equal weight on both legs. Gazing down to the left side, to Warrior 2. Feeling the strength that this pose offers. Putting down on that thigh, taking the right hand over, gazing up from under the arm, and out, and over to the right side. Stretch it, bend and sink into the pose. And returning to the other side, opening up that right side of the body, That's it. Arms out. Now bringing the hands back down to the mat, taking that left foot back to meet the other, coming down into downward dog, checking the alignment of the feet, the hips, shoulders and hands. Take a few breaths here. This is the resting pose for the dynamic postures. And now coming down onto the knees, sinking the hips back onto the feet, allowing the head to sink onto the mat, feeling the weight of the head just resting there. It's extended child's pose. Coming into double pigeon onto the right side. Bring your hands back onto your buttocks. Taking the right leg and resting it just on top of the left leg, lifting out of the hips and coming forward. Quite an intense stretch. Just aware of the breath. Come up onto your fingertips. Feeling soft in the jaw and the face. Just working with the breath. Allowing each breath to sink and release into the posture. And gently coming up. Releasing that leg. Placing it underneath and bringing now the left leg on top of the right, lifting out of the hips and lowering down onto those fingertips at the front. Again, working with the breath, feeling relaxed in the jaw and the neck. Sinking with each breath a little deeper. Gently coming back up. Walk the hands in and releasing the leg. That's it. Coming now down onto the back. Tucking the knees in. Taking the feet and stretching the legs out. Opening and closing. That's it. Dynamic hips opening and closing. That's it, good. And coming into the static happy baby pose. And drawing the knees down beside the body. You've got a hold of the feet. There's a gentle pose. Just enjoying the position. Aware of your breath. Feeling relaxed. Opening the hips. Releasing the legs and taking them down onto the mat. We're coming into Shavasana, the Corpe Pose. It's the end where we now integrate the practice. The hips are extended, feet are apart, shoulder blades are down, allowing the hands to gently roll open to face the ceiling. Relaxed in the face, in the neck, the throat and chest, the softness in the belly and the hips, knees and ankles, the shoulders, elbows and hands, just all letting go. It's been a great practice, so well done. It's important to have this lay down at the end where we integrate and the body gets to relax. And take this practice into your day. Have a wonderful day or evening. Namaste.